Hey Dad, I don't think I've told the story of the Wallingford Plantation home. So let me walk around, show you the current status of it, and tell you the story as I do. So this is Chuckey, Tennessee. Blue Ridge Mountains, of course. Viking Mountain is that little point over there in the distance. So back in the late 1600s, early 1700s, a guy called Wallingford, a guy called Wallingford left England, came over on like the second or third ship very early in the colonization of America, joined the Boston colony, had 12 kids, settled down. One of his kids then left the Boston colony when they were old enough to do it and settled in Ohio around the Chicago area. He had something like 12 kids. When his kid was old enough to leave, he then left and was on the raft trip. Daniel Boone and Samuel Keaton, guy called Keaton, built a bunch of rafts and rafted down the Ohio River into Kentucky. Daniel Boone was the guy that told them that the hunting in Kentucky was fantastic, which I'm sure it was and still is. So they went down the Ohio on their rafts and landed at a shallow spot or a rapid spot, something along those lines, and they pulled their rafts and settled an area that they called Wallingford. So Nicholas Wallingford and his brother were on the raft, and between the two of them they cleared 600 acres that was referred to as the Wallingford Plantation, I'm guessing tobacco, and built two houses, this one and another one. So this one was built by Nicholas Wallingford in 1832. He's dead and buried in a cemetery on the property that he owned locally. It stayed in the family for a while, bought and sold, and was home to a Amish family that was growing, where it became too small, and it was sold to a guy in West Virginia that disassembled it and brought it to his yard in West Virginia, where we saw it for the first time. We were going there to look at some cabins, some small cabins, 18 by 20 or something like that, because we were intent on building something small here to capture this view. Dana saw this, fell in love, and this is how far we've got with it so far. This video will be quite a bit longer than the previous ones. It's not finished. This is just what you might call an intermediate video. I'll do another one maybe when the porch is completely finished. We have made quite a bit of progress this week or two. Started to clear the view out back, which will be very nice. Looking up the valley that way and down towards the river. Huge big porch. The kids can run around the porch. They can exhaust themselves. Send them out at night and see who can get the best lap time. So we've finished the rough wiring. Kitchen is going to be here on the right hand side, double doors opening up onto the deck, and a chimney and fireplace and barbecue on the outside edge of the deck, where there'll be a screened in room that substantially increases the size of this room to be kitchen slash dining room. All of the rooms in the house are 16 foot square, 16 foot 6. This is the room we're going to use as a sitting room, a living room. It has a half bath, toilet and hand basin. And the stairs are nice and square now and are fitted properly, which feels really good. A little creaky as always. Bedroom number 1 with its toilet and hand basin there, shower over there, internal horizontal windows. We have to come up with our plan for finishing the inside and get on with it. Bedroom number 2, again, toilet and hand basin in one small room, shower in the other. So of course you can use the facilities at the same time as having a shower. This camera will make these rooms feel fairly small, but they are big. 16 foot square is really quite sizable. So the beds will be against this wall with the view out of the window of the mountains, which you now can't see. The ceiling will be at the height of the bottom of the trusses, so that the old ceiling beams will be visible. Passed electrical inspection, so we can juice it up now. Makes life a lot easier for working when you can plug things in. Alright, so that's it for now. Loads to do, plenty of time to do it. It's just a beautiful weather day today, so it was doing the roof, and the roof construction is the same. Old beams for the posts, old historic 3x9s, yet those were the only 3x9s that were 3x9. So I had to cut some of our own oak to finish the sides and the back, so it's a little bit inconsistent. Old wood at the top and new wood around the back. So the beams are notched and bolted, nice big lag screws notched into the logs in the corner of the house, structural screws that go in to hold it temporarily, and then there'll be a metal cast iron bracket bolted on that'll look nice. The roof, of course, here at the back will be exactly the same, and we'll probably start on that next week if the weather's good. If the weather's bad, we'll be back in Jonesboro plastering. So I will shoot another video of Jonesboro. That log, incidentally, is poplar. That's why it's got that little bit of a green colour to it. Absolutely solid, unbelievably heavy and crisp and solid. When you use these big ollie screws, big lag screws, everything sucks up so tight and solid. This seems like an aircraft carrier, but it's beautiful for walking around on. Solid under your feet, good for roofing. Anyway, enough for this video, and I will put another one when we've made a bit more progress.